She is a celebrity phenomenon.
Ann Curtis belongs to the big screen.
And her story, a real-life fairy tale.
It's like one of those things that she can't do anything wrong.
Just ask her 5.3 million Twitter followers and the 31 global brands that make her one of the most endorsed stars in the whole of Asia.
She keeps on succeeding in reinventing herself.
At only 28 years old, she has lived more than half her entire life under the glare of the spotlight.
I love it.
And thousands of camera lenses, which has brought with it media attention for a different reason.
Wait, why are you crying? I wanted to die when it happened.
She's a paradox.
In this special, he gives you unprecedented access to the Philippines' #1 star.
Now I'm nervous.
At home, at work, on the go, and we will hear from the people who know her best.
She's everything in one package.
Over the course of 4 jam-packed days, E gains exclusive access to the biggest show in town.
Just following her around is tiring.
I'm Jason Godfrey, and this is the E! News Asia special, Ann Curtis. Ann Curtis is much more than a celebrity endorser. She's an award-winning actress, a platinum-selling singer, and a co-host on one of the Philippines' highest-rating TV shows. All that, and she's not too bad in the looks department either.
The business class lift to Ann Curtis's house. Hey! Oh my gosh! Wow! I'm Jason.
I'm Ann, welcome.
Wow, nice to meet you.
Knowing I was the envy of every man who ever laid eyes on Miss Curtis, I was understandably nervous as I arrived at the penthouse apartment in her beloved adopted hometown of Manila.
I had a great childhood of living in a small town called Yarrawonga. And, you know, I just got to live the life of the story where you come in before the sun goes down, or climb trees, you ride your bike to school, you have your friends, and you just play.
She was very popular at school, but not an exhibitionist at all. She was a very sensible, sane person.
Every year, my family and I would come to the Philippines to visit my mom's relatives, and we were eating at Jollibee, and we were approached, and my dad thought it might be a scam, and he wasn't for it at the time. And my mom, of course, being the one who would make me join all the little Miss Yarrawongas, was like, why don't we give it a try?
And I said, no, she's there for schooling. But I was in Australia, and they're here. So I was ignored, and that was the start of it, really.
That chance meeting at just 12 years old led to Ann and her family making a permanent move to Manila. She got to work right away, appearing in a broad range of TV spots, but it was a role soon after the move which would change her life forever.
When I did my very first audition for a movie, which I remember so clearly, I was the last in line because I was coming from school.
The director then, Peke Galiaga and Laurie Reyes, wanted a new face, and Ann was perfect for it. She was very fresh, vibrant, and she was so beautiful.
They called me in, and we had to act like a princess, and I got the role, and I haven't stopped working since.
Ann was cast in the part of Princess Dahlia in Magic Kingdom, her very first movie role. But because she could not yet speak the Filipino language, Tagalog, the director chose to dub her voice with that of another actress.
Pag nasalo mo to, sa'yo na.
The success of the film and her glowing performance made people sit up and take notice. It's day 1 with Ann, and our first behind-the-scenes glimpse at the unrelenting pace of her everyday working life. This evening, she wears her endorser's hat, helping sing the praises of one of her favorite brands. A few hours of photographs and interviews, but still, she keeps on going.
Thank you.
See you tomorrow, huh? Thank
See you guys tomorrow.
It's late, but Ann will be working till the early hours of the morning as the focal point on a cover shoot for one of the Philippines' top fashion magazines, Metro.
Ann Curtis was a star from the very beginning. Her beauty is fun. It is a kind of beauty that doesn't intimidate. It's a kind of beauty that doesn't threaten. It's a kind of beauty that doesn't make me feel I'm the worst looking person in the world. It's a kind of beauty that engages, that's fun. and that's unique.
Even when she was young, she had that young Hollywood vibe to her. Modern, liberated, exciting, unpredictable. The Philippine culture is a celebrity-obsessed culture. I think 400 years of Spanish rule made us want to connect to icons.
Luis Manzano is a TV host and leading man in the Philippines. He befriended Anne in her early teens.
Sigurado ka ba aabot sa Makati?
Oo naman. The first time I worked with Anne, I was spending time with her more than 20 hours a day. I think that was one of the turning points that we realized that we were best friends.
Penny for your thoughts?
As the offers of work kept rolling in and she was seen everywhere, the attention from the opposite sex was magnified. Throughout her career, Anne has been paired romantically with several of her leading men. The first of these showbiz relationships was the young heartthrob, Oyo Boy Soto.
At the time, I was directing a movie with a popular teen idol, Kogi Domingo, and he came to our press conference with a black eye because he had a fist fight with Anne's boyfriend. She was very hot. People wanted to be her boyfriend. So many boys were really in love with her.
Then came her decision to play, opposite Derek Ramsey and Christine Reyes, the spirited role of a scorned lover in the acclaimed feature film No Other Woman, which would take her career to a new dimension.
When Viva made that decision of giving me a more mature role, I had the choice of playing the wife or the mistress. I want something that's challenging. I said, I want to play the mistress. And they said, are you sure? And I said, yeah.
Kiss Me and Don't You Dare Fall in Love with Me was Anne Curtis's line. She was able to think of that line 5 minutes before the sunset shot. And I thought it was so brilliant. I said, perfect. Now, take your markers and let's do it.
I'm married.
No pressure then. And kiss me. And don't you dare fall in love with me.
It still is the highest grossing drama movie of all time.
Okay, it's time for them to go down.
After a late finish at the magazine shoot, it's an early start on day 2 of our exclusive access. The flash floods across parts of Manila and northern Philippines have brought with them much devastation, destruction, and despair. So Anne, along with fellow star Vice Ganda, have set up a garage sale, selling their own clothes to help raise money for the most deeply affected Filipinos. Not one to stand back, Anne jumps in, rolls her sleeves up, and gets to work. It's just one example of the kind of personal contact with her fans that she is known for.
Antayin ko yung kasama ko para may barya. This is all just material things and it can all be replaced easily, but somehow I'll be able to provide for them through selling my own clothes. Thank you so much. Ayan, picture tayo. That's one thing I'll never forget what Dad said. You don't know how much a smile means to one person who's maybe been waiting there for an hour or 2 hours, and I'll never forget that. I make that effort even if I'm doing my own groceries.
And when it comes to being seen in this bustling city of 10 million, Anne Curtis may not personally get to be everywhere, but as you drive down the packed Manila motorways, she is anything but invisible. Billboards, posters, some big, some even bigger, and some on the move, plastered across the backs of buses. Anne Curtis's stare is everywhere, looking right at you.
I remember before just wishing to have one billboard, one commercial, or one endorsement, and it makes me so happy to have that sense of achievement that, wow, you know, I'm actually doing well. I'm making my parents proud that it wasn't a mistake to stay in the Philippines. It wasn't a mistake to pursue my dream. You know, it's that sense of achievement.
Coming up.
I wanted to die when it happened.
It was hell. We were just both really not okay at that time.
Day 2 out of E's 4-day journey with the Philippines' #1 star. And from the garage sale, it's a short drive to the place that has arguably made the masses aware of Anne. The ABS-CBN Variety Extravaganza, it's showtime.
Hello, darling! She can transform into anything you want to. For today's look, we'll just give it a natural look, nothing too fancy.
Shoot me down, but I won't fall. I'm titanium.
Showtime's a variety noontime show, and it's just so much fun. You're like a ball of energy that's just going on for about 2.5 to 3 hours, from Monday to Saturday. And, you know, once you get on their stage, the main purpose is to really make our audience happy.
She loves the audience, she loves her fans, she loves the people that she works with. She's just really such a caring person.
Even though she's very popular, she's very kind to me, she's very kind to everyone. And I love Ann Curtis so much.
She's everything in one package, like, and still remains to be one of the most humble people I know.
It's a 6-day-a-week, 2.5-hour live show. Behind the scenes is high energy and seems chaotic, but it really works, and after 4 years continues to be one of the most popular daytime shows in the Philippines. It's Ann's bread and butter, and when their cameras switch off, E's keep rolling, and it's off to yet another event. None of her relationships captivated the public's imagination more than her romance with another one of her leading men, actor Sam Milby. So much so, they were dubbed Sam Ann.
It was definitely happy. I mean, when you're in love, it brings out the best and the worst in you. We would best describe our love as the movie The Notebook. If you remember in The Notebook, they'd have those petty little fights, really stupid, but it'd be big fights, but they were so passionately in love, and that's how we were.
The relationship was a roller coaster on and off the screen. The fans couldn't get enough of Sam Ann. Every newspaper featured the star couple. Fan clubs were spawned, countless websites launched. It was the real-life soap opera that the celebrity-obsessed Filipinos craved.
That was a big journey, I think was a big lesson in my life as well in terms of relationships. And it was so public. And I think that makes it very hard when both people in a relationship are public figures, because everyone wants a piece of it.
We were on and off for like 4 years, but there was one that was a very public breakup. We were doing the show. In between the break, Chris Aquino is one of her closest friends. Chris Aquino looks at her like, wait, you guys are broken up. Ann just starts crying, and that's kind of how it became public in that way.
Oh, what? Are you what did you say? She's crying! Yes, you are. You're crying! Why are you crying? Why did you make her cry?
Unfortunately, this would be too big a moment for the relationship to recover from. And overnight, Sam Ann was no more.
We had a movie together. That was right after our breakup. And if you could have seen us on the set, it was hell. When it's like, okay, take action, professional, cut. Not a talk, we would not talk at all. We were like, we were just both really not okay at that time.
I sat down in a party where Ann was on my left side and Sam was on my right side. And I said, I actually still feel your chemistry up to now. You look at Ann like you're still in love with her.
You cry yourself to sleep.
Ann took the split badly. It had such an adverse impact on her that her management had to make a big decision.
I had to talk to the ABS bosses to allow her. I mean, I think it would do her more good to give her a break. And she's been working hard, and I think she needs this.
At 4:13 in the afternoon, Ann makes a dash across town to attend an event arranged by her new endorser clothing line, Plains and Prince. Hundreds of shoppers wait to catch sight of the young starlet. This, albeit on a slightly smaller scale, is the kind of public interest that surrounds her. There have been some pivotal moments in Ann's career, mostly planned, but on one sunny day on the beach island of Boracay while filming a TV show, no one could have predicted what was to happen next, and it seemed Ann was the last person to know about it.
I actually told her that morning, hey, we're doing lifting and we're doing this dance. Be careful, something might, She's like, no, it'll be fine.
I wanted to die when it happened. I really wanted to die. I mean, whoops. Lip slip. It was really just an accident that happened. It only really hit me when tabloids were coming out with it and they weren't even blurring the image. I was just like, what is this? And I wanted to sue. I wanted to do everything I could. And Dad was saying and telling me that if you sue, you'll probably win, but do you want to go to all of that hassle?
With her, you can see how strong she is. After one instance that, destroys her, she'll cry it out for one day, then afterwards she's okay.
Ann Curtis loves to sing. After all, she's a platinum-selling artist, so she can act, model, and sing too. Well, although not always garnering the greatest reviews for this specific talent, ticket sales herald her a sellout singing success.
She's a good singer.
I try to bring earplugs all the time because she sings all the time. She cannot sing.
In this country, everybody sings. The plants, the trees, and everything.
I sing pretty bad already, okay? I can't sing even if the world depended on it. But Ann's voice... God is fair.
I guess there are some who can relate, who are non-singers like me, but love to karaoke and love to sing in the shower and love to just sing, even if they can't sing. And I think there are a lot of other me's out there, but I just have the guts to say, I want to do a concert.
And boy, does she have guts in abundance. From the Plains and Prince event, there's no time to catch our breath as we race to her next commitment. 10,000 Filipinos have turned up to see Ann Curtis close up. One of the main reasons a global brand like Avon forged links with Ann is her enormous influence on social networking. This kind of publicity is priceless. She has 5.3 million devoted Twitter followers after all, and that is increasing daily at a rate of knots. Her influence reaches such a broad audience and carries so much weight that she can count Britney Spears and Ellen DeGeneres among her followers.
I was even guessing about that. She has 5 million Twitter followers. She may have created about 3 million of her own accounts and followed herself, just to be sure.
This places her above First Lady Michelle Obama, Hollywood stars like Sofia Vergara and Channing Tatum, and Maroon 5 frontman Adam Levine. She's even been approached by major political figures hoping her star following will rub off on their election bids.
When I made that Twitter account, I didn't think it would be that, but it is. And it doesn't change how I am or who I share on Twitter. I won't let that change.
Hundreds of global brands continually clamor for Ann's signature, and it's not just her pretty face they want. It's regular for the brands to request that Ann sings at their events. Ann is the first to admit that she can't sing, yet thousands are in attendance tonight. I'm beginning to think that the joke is on us. Later this year, Ann will be rekindling her beloved on-screen relationship with former boyfriend Sam Milby as they co-star in the new movie, The Gifted. And on our third day, we are on set to see her film a scene for the upcoming dark comedy. By the way, this is unbelievably her 5th commitment today.
Is there a little bit of fanboyishness maybe you first met her? Was it sort of like...
Everybody loves her. Yeah. Everybody loves her. Even us directors, writers, everybody from the movie industry. We all want to work with her.
Ann Curtis belongs to the big screen. I'm not saying television is not worthy of Ann Curtis, but how much can you do on television? She's an actor whose future I will not even predict, but she can only get bigger and better.
In the Philippines alone, she has the biggest market. Why do advertisers get her? Why do movies and television shows want her? Because she has the widest appeal. She's very popular with the kids, teens, mothers, which is popular with the men, of course.
In 2012, Ann marked another milestone when she fulfilled a childhood dream by staging her very first concert, entitled Ambisyosa.
This is for you. Para sa lahat ng mga non-singers dyan, this is for you! To make me feel like I'm the only girl in the world.
She's fun. She sings from the heart. And she laughs at herself. And anybody as big as Ann Curtis who's willing to laugh at herself must be someone who deserves my time.
Well, you got my heartbeat running away, beating like a drum beat, it's coming your way.
Well, when we go on a concert tour, it's so much fun because we get to see all the different communities of Filipinos in different countries all over the world. It brings me happiness knowing that I'm able to bring them a touch of home.
16,000 seats sold out in hours. The event marked the anniversary of her 16 years in entertainment.
Remember to dream big, because dreams really do come true.
Coming up.
Just not looking.
Oh my God.
It's the morning of our last day with Filipina star Ann Curtis. It's Sunday, a day when most people are relaxing. But not for Ann. The energy she seems to feed on never lets up.
She was shooting a scene for her new film last night. This morning she got up, she's shooting yet another endorsement. Honestly, I don't know how she does it. I mean, just following her around is tiring.
I can't imagine what it's like to be you. It's too nuts. Do you worry that you're gonna burn out?
Because I love what I do, I know that I can. But that's why I always ask for a vacation, because if I don't, then I know I'll get burnt out.
She has now disciplined herself and set aside periods in the year. Maybe it'll be a 2-week gap where she'll have a complete rest and so on.
And Ann Curtis's love for the entertainment industry has rubbed off on her little sister Jasmine, who, with her big sister's help, is quickly making a name for herself in the Philippines. They live together in central Manila. The resemblance is obvious, and Jasmine's easygoing influence seems to be a vital ingredient to Ann's success.
I just help her relax sometimes. I'm so lazy. I help her to be more laid back sometimes, or she feeds off my laziness so she can rest.
I hope that somehow I was able to pave a little way for her, but I think she had a lot to do with it by herself. She's making a name for herself, and I think that's amazing.
As we approach the end of our 4th day with Ann Curtis, yet another global brand requires her services. And on a Sunday, just another action-packed day in her nonstop life. But there have been times when Ann can take a break and do the things that any young woman would want to do.
And now this might, I don't know if this is true, but I heard that you're a big Zac Efron fan.
Oh my God.
You know where I'm going with this?
Yes.
I heard that you really, really wanted to go out and get like, what was it, an autograph? He was having a session here, an autograph?
No, he had a fan conference.
Oh, okay, right.
And being a fan, I went. And I blended with everyone.
But wait, you didn't just go.
No, I wasn't alone. I have to say, I was with Robbie and Raymond, my team, and we went and we watched Zac Efron, and it was a lot of fun. He's really handsome in person.
But the main man in her life, his boyfriend of 2 years, food enthusiast and entrepreneur, Erwan Husaf. It's new territory for Ann, as it's her first serious relationship with someone who works outside the madness and limelight of the showbiz world.
Because people have also backed off. Like, they don't make such a big deal anymore about my love life as like before, and I can't explain it because I don't know why. Like, they kind of just get the privacy thing.
16 years in the entertainment spotlight, and Ann Curtis's star doesn't look like it will fade anytime soon. Spending just 4 days in her company, driving around Manila and speaking to those who know her the best, you quickly learn of the impact and inspirational effect she has had on a generation.
I kept on trying to instill that in their minds that dreams do come true, that you have to dream big and you have to pursue those dreams.
Ann is authentic, charming, talented, fresh.
But that is not to say that on the other side, Ann Curtis is a feisty young woman. She's a brave woman. She's a strong woman. And to be able to meld these personas is the trick in this business.
And most importantly, Anne is a chameleon. She called me and said, "Why did you call me the queen of reinvention? You made me sound like a Madonna." I said, "That was what I thought."
Anne always projects this image that she's not perfect. She wants to show people there is hope. And amidst all the controversies that she's been through, she's still here.
When you love what you do and you have that fire burning inside of you for what your passion is, it won't feel like a job.
Action!
Right.
So thanks so much for seeing us.
Again?
Well, thank you so much, Anne. It's been a great interview.
You're welcome, and thank you for having me.
I'm actually in your house.
Yes, you are.
Are you gonna go sleep in the car or something?
No.
Okay.
No, but
That's good.
thank you.
You should sleep here.
I will.
Can I sleep here?
No.
Oh.
Thank you.
All right.
Yeah. Have a safe flight home.
Thanks a lot.